Okay, I think everything's working now. For some reason it logged out. I'm getting tired of all these different companies not wanting to work together. But I think I got it figured out. It says it's live on YouTube. I'm hoping it's working out. If it's not, I'll just go ahead and upload the video later. Well, welcome to my Facebook Live. We've got our new paper trimmer that you can order today, and the Christmas time is here sweet products that you can order. I love all these products. I'm going to show you everything and give you my critique on everything. And I'm also going to demonstrate some projects afterward. And if you share my video, all the cards that I'm making and that I'm showing today, you will be put in a drawing to win those cards and the little treat box that I'm making. So if you share my video and make sure that you comment shared below in the comments, I will get your name in the drawing, and then I'll announce the winner at next week's Facebook Live, which will probably be next Friday also. So, okay, let's go ahead and I'll start showing you some of the goodies. I think we're going to go ahead and start off with the trimmer. So let me grab that real quick. The one thing I love about this trimmer, there are a lot of things I love about it. It's very lightweight. I meant to grab one of my old blades, but this blade is so much bigger. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but with our old trimmer, the blade was a lot smaller and it seemed like it wasn't sharp for very long. This one goes deep into the cardstock. You don't have to worry about it not cutting all the way through. Even though I liked our old trimmer, there were times I couldn't get it to cut completely through the cardstock, but now it does, and that's one thing I really like about it. I love right here in the middle, which probably is hard to see, there are actually markings to help you measure in between the ruler that comes out and the ruler that's on the actual cutter, which is very nice. We didn't have that in the other one, so it makes it a lot easier when you're having to go in between the 6 1/4 and 6 1/2. You've got some markings there, so that's a nice little plus. It's got a little thing up here, I guess, if you want to hang this up on one of your pegboards, because I know a lot of you have those pegboards in your craft room. You can do that. And this is the part I love the most. Well, one thing, the arm does lock into place, so you don't have to worry about that flipping around on you. There is no little thing that will come out here in our old trimmer. We used to have a rotary blade that you could attach to it, so the little rubber thing would come out and fall out and be a nuisance. This is just, it's in there permanently. You don't have to worry about that falling out. And the other thing I really, really, really love, when you have a narrow piece of cardstock, let's say you're doing little 1-inch strips, or let's say half-inch strips. There would be nothing here in the middle to hold that narrow piece of cardstock, and you'd get it all cockeyed and it wouldn't work. Well, now this one's pretty narrow. I probably would have given up on it and had to get a bigger piece because it would be impossible to get it to hold on. Well, now with these little grooves right here, I don't know if you can see that, there are 2 little plastic guides right here. That keeps those really small pieces from moving around on you. And that's another thing too. This goes up to 1 1/2 inches, which is a little wider here on the right. So I'm going to do a little 1/2 inch one here. Okay, now this paper was already cockeyed, so don't worry about that. Then I kind of move it over because I just grabbed one of my scraps. And I just love how that is going to hold on to that with no problem. And then I can close it up again and cut it again. See, that made that one straight. So I love that we've got those little things there so you can do even narrow pieces of cardstock without it going cockeyed on you. So that's our trimmer. It's only $25. I really like that. I forgot to write the catalog, the item number for you, but I'll go ahead and put that in the description later. But it is only $25, so that's cheaper than our old trimmer. I really do like it a lot. Okay, so now I'll go on with the Christmas Time is Here suite. Let me get the info I need on this in front of me. Now, with this promo is a little different from what we've had in the past. This is a limited time. It's not just for the month of November. This is going to be available while supplies last, so it could actually be even shorter than November 30th. So you want to get it as soon as you can. But it comes with a stamp set and dies. You can buy them separately or bundle them. You can also buy everything in the suite at the same time with one number. You can buy just the designer paper, just the ribbon, just the enamel dots, just the bracelet. You don't have to buy everything in one bulk thing, but you can if you want to. And I went ahead and just purchased everything in the suite because I love it all. Well, the stamp set, and if you've seen any of my videos on YouTube, you've already seen the stamp set, but it comes in photopolymer. These are all photopolymer, and this one is cling, which is a rubber stamp. I won't be using this one today, but I think that rubber gives you a lot better impression when it's aligned art. So that's why they put that on with cling, and then they made this one photopolymer. Some of the stamps aren't in here because I'm using them today, but there's the stamp set, and yes, they do stain like all our other photopolymers do, but you can still see through them, so there's no problem with that. So that makes it so you can line these up a lot better. And I'll hurry up and show you, well, let me go ahead and show you the dies here. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's hard to remember everything you want to cover. Okay, now quick, I'm going to hurry up. I forgot to click on this. I want to have this up so I can see your comments. I didn't have that set up. There we go. So if you have any comments or questions, just comment below and I'll answer them for you. And if I happen to miss them during the video, I'll go ahead and answer them as soon as the video is over. I should be able to answer them as we go. And if you like anything or love anything, I'd love for you to hit one of the emojis at the bottom. It just makes it more fun for everybody to be able to interact with each other. But here's the beautiful die set. I love how there's a big die that will die cut this image out perfectly. I love it's got some label dies. And we're going to be using this die with one of the cards I'm making today. So I'll go ahead and put that in my little dish so I don't lose it. And I am going to need this too. So I'll go ahead and put that over here. Then we've got these two really pretty detailed looking things you can put in the corners. You can put at ends. It looks good when you put it on the end of this die like that. You can also do it the end of this die. Just makes things a little extra special. So there's a lot of different things you can do with those. And then, all right, I'm not using that one. I'm using the big one. Okay, keep myself organized here. Then there's this beautiful, like a lattice type die that I like a lot, and I am using that today. So put that over the side. And I'm also using this border, so you'll get to see what that looks like too. So I'm using almost all the dies today, so that way you can see how they work. Okay, I'll get these out of the way. Done looking at those. Then we've got this beautiful gold shimmer ribbon. I hope the video is showing it the way it really looks. I know my colors are off again. There's something about lives that changes the color in my camera for some strange reason. But it is a beautiful gold, and I love how it shimmers in the light. So that's a very pretty ribbon. And I've been forgetting to give you the prices. This one, you get 10 yards for $7, I do believe. Yes. No, 8. Yeah, $7. Getting my papers mixed up here. So you get 10 full yards of this for $7. And with the dies and the stamp set, if you buy the stamp set separately, it's $38, and you get both of these. These aren't separate. These come together. And then the Christmas rose dies you get for $30. But if you bundle these together, you'll save 10%, and it'll only be $61, I do believe. Let me look at that real quick. Looking at my wrong sheet here. Yeah, $61. If you get the bundle, and that saves you 10%. And then we've also got gold glitter enamel dots. You can go ahead and take these out. I'll be using these today too. But I love the glittery part of this, and get a little closer. I think that shows up a little better. But really pretty. I love how we've got the different sizes. Got 2 sets. Just really good idea. I love those. Put those aside, so we're using those. And now show you the beautiful designer series paper. I'll be using this one today. I love this one a lot. I don't know if you can see in the video, but all the lines around the roses are gold foiled. So that makes this a really pretty specialty paper. And this is the other side. I like this side too. Let me get a little closer so you can see it. It's got some pine cones and branches. It's really pretty. But one thing, some of these images, let me turn this over here, like this one right here, and you're going to see this in the card I make. You can die cut that out perfectly with this die. I love it when they match the paper up with the die. So I'll be showing you that here in a little bit too. But there's that sheet, and you will get 4 of each design. There are 3 designs, 4 of each, so that way you can make multiples of your projects. You can go this way or this way. I love that diamond shape. So that's the cherry cobbler with the gold foil. Hard to see that gold foil in the video. It looks so much prettier in person. And then this is that side. It's got some of the Poppy Parade and Mossy Meadow in that. And then here's the last design. And this has got some gold lined flowers in it. So you get this side, and then here's the green side for this one. So I think this paper is gorgeous. So you get the 3, let me do the gold foil side together. So you get 3 designs. This is the gold foil side, and this is the regular sides, and you get 4 of each. So I love that we get 4 of each. I can make a whole lot of projects. That's the neat thing with Christmas. You actually usually want to make more than one of the same thing. And then if you want to buy everything, oh, I almost forgot. This is something new, and I really like this. This is a bracelet that you can get. This is in the suite. I don't know if you can see this in the video or not, but that's a rose that matches with the roses in the suite, and then a little Stampin' Up emblem right here. And just a really neat bracelet, and this stretches out. So you just put it on your wrist, and there you go. So I really like this bracelet a lot. I actually worn it a couple times out. I really like it. It's pretty. Okay, so now if you want to get everything in the suite at the same time, oh, I did forget to tell you, the paper is $14.50. And then the enamel dots, you get 160 altogether, 4 sizes for $8. And the bracelet is $22 if you like the bracelet. I think I've covered all the prices except for the suite. They did what they've done in both our catalogs this year. If you want to buy everything I just showed you, the designer paper, the ribbon, the enamel dots, the dies, actually more dies than that since I've got them over here, and then the stamp set. You can get all of these in just one number, and that number is 153947, and you get it for $112.50. And that includes the bundle price for the stamps and the dies. So you'll still save the 10% on the stamps and the dies if you do the one number for the whole suite. Okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. Oh, hi, David. Just saw your comment. Glad you're here. Okay, and if you come in late, if anybody comes in late, don't worry. This will be shown again. I'll have the recording of it as soon as the live is over. Okay, so let me get some of the stuff out of the way so I can start demonstrating some stuff now. But the big things to remember, oh yeah, with the paper trimmer, I forgot to say. Here, let me switch to me until I'm ready. So you're not just looking at my screen here. The paper trimmer, the blades, replacement blades are not available just yet. The demonstrators, we all ended up depleting them faster than they thought they would. But don't worry, if you buy the trimmer now, the new blades are supposed to be in the replacements in January of 2020. So just a couple months. The blade that comes with the cutter should last you for 2 months with no problem, or a little over 2 months, and probably even longer than that, because it is I really like how deep that blade goes. You're going to like it too. So, but don't worry, once we'll have the blades available in January, again, they'll have a big shipment coming in. There shouldn't be a problem getting them after that. And there are 4 blades per pack, which is really nice. So I really like that there are 4 blades. I think last time it was just 2 blades. We get 4 now, and I really like that. So you won't have to buy blades so often. Okay, let's go ahead. And I'm going to switch gears again here, make sure I've got all my stuff together. Okay, now I'm going to, I do want to show you the cards that you could, if you share my video, these will be 2 of the cards that you get. This is the first one I made, and I've done a video. It's on my YouTube channel, and I can put a link to that later in my description here later after the video's over. You can also get links to them on my Facebook page. I think it's a few posts down. But this is one card, and there's the inside. So if you share my video and your name's picked in the drawing, you'll also get these cards mailed to you. And this one, I used the Peaceful Bows set with this one. And so I didn't use the Christmas rose. I just want to show you how you could use some of the other items without the stamp set in the bundle. And I used the mercury glass with the gold glimmer behind it. I don't know if you can see that. It is so shiny in person. I really like how this one turned out. And I've got the enamel dots on it, the ribbon, embossing. And now that I'll do the next 2 projects. And like I said, these will also be part of the share. So the ones I make here today, you will get those with those 2 if your name is drawn. And you need to share the video and mark shared in the comments below by next Friday, well, through next Thursday. That'll be, this is the 1st, so it'd be November 7th. And then on November 8th, I'll announce the winner. Okay, for my card, this is a piece of Poppy Parade. It's 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half. Oops, I got some pieces from my last video still stuck to my workspace. And go ahead and fold this in half. Okay. There we go. So we've got the card base ready. Now I'm going to bring in a piece of Whisper White. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to do some stamping on this. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat so I get a good image. And I'm going to take my Poppy Parade ink pad, and I'm going to stamp the Merry Christmas up in the top left corner. Let's see, I'm going to stand up a little bit so I can see a little better. Sometimes it's hard to see when you're sitting down in front of a video because I don't want to get my head in the camera. There we go. That's actually all the stamping I'm going to do on the front. So go ahead and put that to the side, and I'm going to go ahead, while I've got my ink pads out, let's go ahead and stamp the inside. So this is going to be another piece of 4 by 5 1/4. And when I'm looking in my video, I'm afraid that Poppy Parade is not looking like it's Poppy Parade when I stamp it. Believe me, it is in person. I don't know why the colors are changing on me again. Didn't used to do that. Since they did some updates on Facebook and Google Chrome, things are not working like they used to. It's kind of aggravating. Okay, I'm going to take the little pine cone stamp, and this is my early espresso ink pad. I'm going to stamp 3 of these right together, just like so. And now I'm going to take, I think this is all I'm going to use with the early espresso, so let's close that up so it doesn't get dried up on me. Now I'm going to bring in this image. I just got the one that has a nice little pine cone section. I'm going to grab my Mossy Meadow ink pad, and it's a nice thing about clear stamps. I am just going to ink up that pine cone part, and I can see what's getting inked up since it's so clear, since it's a clear stamp. Okay, now I'm going to take that. First off, I'm going to stamp it right here in between those pine cones. And I want to do a few more here. See if I get a hold of it. There we go. Ink it up again just like I did. And, oops, I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper here because I forgot I'm getting off the side here. Then we've got this here. There we go. And let's do at least one more. I just keep adding until it looks good to me. Yeah, it definitely needs another one here. Okay, I might do a couple more. Just keep adding until it looks good. I want another one up here. And another one right there. That looks pretty good. That just gives me a nice little accent. And then I'm going to take the May This Christmas, well, I'm in trouble reading. Let's go ahead and just stamp it. May this Christmas fill your heart with warmth and love. So now I've got that all ready. So I'll go ahead and I'll get my snail, and we'll just go ahead and put that in the card base right now before I lose it. I love when I put things down in a video and it gets covered up and I can't find it again. So I'm going to take care of that right off and just put it in the card. There we go. So there's the inside of the card. And I think, yep, I'm done with the stamping. So go ahead and get that out of the way. For now, anyway. I'm going to go ahead and grab, oh, this paper. I wanted to show you what I did. I showed you how the dies, we'll die cut some of these. It's actually this one here that has the big rose in the middle. I went ahead and just cut with my paper snips and just cut one out. So you can see that's, I think that's the one I took out, or this one right here. So I just cut that out real quick. That way, because this whole sheet of paper is not going to go through my die cutting machine. So I just cut it out real quick. Now I'll bring in my Big Shot. Lay this down, get this big die out, and it's going to do all the intricate cutting for me. Oops, it moved on me. There we go. And like I've said in my other videos, and the neat thing about our new dies, I still love them. We've had them for a few months, but I really love them. So much easier to line up because I just have to make sure the image is lined up. Don't have to worry about getting the white space around it lined up. So hurry up and die cut that out. Isn't that pretty? No stamping already. I love that. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my little dish. And the other thing I need is this. Get that out of the way. Grab my gold foil. Put it down here somewhere. Well, here we go. Once again, I move things around. That's funny. I had it all together. That's for the box. That's the one bad thing about lives. When I do this, when I'm recording videos, I probably covered it up here. Nope, it's not. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it. I'm not going that nuts. Lives, you can't edit things out. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in the lattice die. And I forget what size this gold is. This is a 3.5 by 1.5 inch piece of the gold foil. I'm going to run it through. I'm going to run this one in through a couple times just to make sure I got it cut really well. Okay. And it cuts really good. I was really impressed. You can see most of the pieces came out already. So let me get that out of the way for now. Pop this out, and they're pretty much falling out. I probably don't even need to grab my brush. I've got it just in case. Yeah, see, it's that easy. Isn't that great? All done. Oh, there are some little bitty pieces here that haven't come out, and it's probably just as quick just to do these. They're these little bitty circles. But those big pieces just fall out without needing to do this. And doing this is no big deal either. It came out with no problem. See, all done. I love it when intricate dies, you don't have a ton of working to do to get everything out. Now get those off so they're not in our way. And I think that's all the die cutting I need on this card. Yes. Okay, so now I'll bring in the pieces again. Bring in my Merry Christmas. I'm going to take this piece. It's 1 inch by 5 1/4. This is what's on the other side, but I wanted the green side this time. So I'm actually using a part that's not foiled, but that's okay. Here, this thing is starting to make a lot of noise every time I hit. So let's take that off for right now. The noise is starting to get to me, and it probably is to you too. You may not be hearing it as much as I've got a microphone on. Sometimes that helps. Okay, let's get this. Oh, David, oh, there's a craft show today at the fairgrounds. Oh, okay. Because I know some of my regulars that come on must be at this craft fair. I'm glad you're here, David. Hi, Danette. It's good to see you again. Not see you. It's not really. Since I can't see you in person, I at least know you're watching again. I'm glad you're here. Okay, now I'm going to take the gold foil. Oops, I messed up. We are going to pop this up a little bit. I can fix this. There we go. I want this to be tucked in underneath. That was the problem. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive here on the top because it's going to be covered up, and this side here. So I don't need to worry about it. I got a little adhesive on there, but that's all right. I don't have to worry about adhesive showing up in the ones down here. So I just got it along the top and the side here. So it's going to tuck in underneath here, and I just want it right along the bottom. Just like so. See, I knew I could fix that. So isn't that pretty? I love the little added bling to that with the gold. It's really pretty. Now I'm going to take this. First, I'm going to take my ribbon. I need my 4-inch ribbon. This is the shimmer gold. And this is, just going to make a little loop like this with it. What makes it easier for me is to go ahead. You don't have to do this part, but if I grab a glue dot here and just do it on one end of the ribbon, then make my little loop and have them meet there in the middle. That way my loop's not going to fall apart on me. That's an optional thing, but I do that just because I don't want it falling off on me. Now I'm going to put another glue dot right here on the top. Let me find my next glue dot on here. I need to take that extra paper off here when we're done. Make sure that comes up with me. So I've got my glue dot right there. I'm going to attach it. First I want to figure out how I'm going to lay this. So I think I'm going to be laying it. I want to make sure that Christmas is not getting covered up. And I think my ribbon will look good just about there. Yeah, that looks good. So now I'm going to go ahead and squeeze that on, make sure it's on there really well. Now I'm going to take first off, let's go ahead and put this on the card. I was going to put that on with dimensionals. It's easier, I think, to attach pieces that don't have dimensionals on it because it's all raised up and sometimes it's hard to get that glue on. So before I get those flowers on there, just going to pop that on the middle of the card. Now I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And if you watch my last couple of videos, I'm still working on my scraps before I open up another one. When I do my classes, I go ahead and open up new ones for them. But since I'm making them right now, I'm going to go ahead and use up my little scraps. How many of you guys use up your scraps? There's so many pieces that are still good that you can still work with before you have to buy another pack. That looks pretty good. I might put one more right down here just so it doesn't fall down on me. Oh, there we go. That looks pretty good. Now, if I had bigger ones, I probably wouldn't have had to use that many little pieces. But these are like half dimensionals here, so I actually only use about 3 of them when you think about it. Now the trick is to get all the paper backing off all of them. It's coming off pretty easy. And then what I do, I look in the light, and if they're all shiny, then I know I've got the paper backing off, and they are. So now I put this on here. I'm going to stand up so I make sure I'm not covering up my Christmas. And bring it up a little bit because I don't want to cover up too much of that little lattice at the bottom either. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So not that much stamping, and you've got a beautiful card. And I love that designer paper. That designer paper is a must-have. That paper is just gorgeous. And there's the inside. So remember, if you share the video, this will be one of the cards you can get with the other 2 that I showed at the beginning. And if you came in late, you can watch the beginning of the video later because it'll be recorded for you and you'll be able to watch it any time after that. Okay, now I'm going to make a little greeting box. I'm actually going to be using, oh, there we go. I have so many things on this table. I'm like, where did my stuff go? I'm starting off with one of our gold pizza boxes. I love all the gold we've got. Usually I go for copper, but with this suite, the gold just looks so beautiful with the color combo they've got. So I'm really glad they decided to use gold on this one. And I'm glad that we've got this gold box to go along with it. And this you can find in the holiday catalog. I forget how many are in there. It's 10 or 12. You get quite a few in a pack. So if you notice, while with the gold facing down, I'm folding all of the score lines up. So I want to make sure they're all folded before I put the box together. And the neat thing about putting the box together, you don't need to use any glue. So what I'm going to do is pop this up. I'm going to bring in these little guys. Want them inside. And then this wraps right around them. And then these little things, they're little tabs. Let me see if I can get to come apart again. Yeah, here we go. These little tabs right here, they fit right in the little holes right here when you wrap it around. So I'll do that again. And see, that's already closed in. And all you have to do is bring this in, bring up the box, and tuck it all in. That's it. No glue necessary. And you've got a cute little box. And you could even just do this without it being decorated, but gotta decorate it. I love decorating these boxes. So I'm going to bring in a piece of the Christmas Time is Near paper again. This is that pretty cherry cobbler with the gold diamonds. And this is a 3.5 by 2, I think. Yeah, 3.5 by 2 piece. I'm going to bring in this full sheet of designer paper again, and I'm going to show you, you see how this one is kind of cut off? You're thinking, oh, I wish we had a full one of this one, because that's just about, it's the same one as this, but a lot of it got cut off. I'm actually going to use that. So you could use even some of these little ones. Let's say like on this one, that could be a border of one of the labels if you wanted it to. Just so many different possibilities. You can use the partials too. So I'm just loosely cutting around it, just making sure I don't cut off any of the other images. I'll be die cutting that here in a minute. And I think I've got, oh, and I will be die cutting these things. I mean, this one, this is the only stamping that's done on this. I'm going to bring in my Merry Christmas. Since I used the cherry cobbler on this one earlier, I'm going to get this cleaned up, because I'm going to be using the Golden Glitz Delicata. I love our new metallic ink pads. We've had ink pads, metallic ones in the past. They took so long to dry. I didn't think they showed up very well either. I am using our metallic ones like crazy this year. I have never stamped this much with our metallic ink pads before. So they are definitely worth the money, and they're all in stock right now, except possibly the copper. I'm not sure if it's on back order yet. I did see it was on low inventory not too long ago, but there's the gold. And that's going to be die cut with one of the labels. So let's bring in the die cutting machine. Oh, I forgot to get all these little guys off from the last time. Let me hurry up and take care of that. Got my little bag over here. There we go. That's good enough. I'm going to bring in this image and this. And I think, well, I may not be, let's wait a minute. I might be able to die cut them all at the same time. But see, I'm only going to be needing part of this die. You see how easy this is? I'm just going to line it up the top part. Make sure all those berries are in their place. I think that's what I line up the most. Make sure those berries are in, and everything else lines into place. Okay, there we go. It's actually easier to line up when it's a full image. There we go. I'm also at an angle. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this one separate. I might have had room for that old green one, but I don't want to take a chance. There we go. I'm using new cutting pads I still had stashed away, so they're making a bunch of crunchy noises today. Okay, so now we've got that ready. Put that out, get that out of the way. Now I'm going to do my little border die here. It's getting stuck in that one. We'll go ahead and just lay that down here on this. This was a 3.5 by 3/4, I believe. Yep, 3.5 by 3/4. I'm going to go ahead and, hi Marlene, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to my live. If you'll be able to see the beginning of the video later, it'll be recorded. So as soon as this is over, the recording will show up. Okay, got one more thing to die cut, and then we can get this out of the way. So I'm going to take this label and die cut my Merry Christmas out. Okay. And I can get this big machine out of the way. Okay. All done with that. All done with the dies. Get that scrap out of the way. Now this one, I'm going to go ahead. See, all the pieces already came out. I don't know if you noticed that when I die cut it. It makes it super easy. I think what I'll do, I'll just take this and just get part of it out. And then the rest of it comes out super easy. Isn't that pretty? I like that a lot. I love our delicate dies. We've got a lot of them this year, but I really like it when they come, all the little pieces come out easy. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the designer paper. What I'm going to do along one long side, it doesn't matter which one because there's no up or down on this one. I'm going to put the snail all the way across the back of this. Then I can take this and I'm going to line, see these little circles that are in the border right here? I don't know if you can see those. I'm going to put this and line it up in the middle. I'm going to angle it to me so I make sure I'm getting it right. There we go. And lining the edge of the designer series paper with the bottom of those dots in the die cut. That's not real centered, but that'll work. We'll be covering up this end anyway. So actually, if you wanted it to go closer to the end, that's probably a good idea. I didn't think of that when I first made it. So it is okay. I would go ahead and put it closer to the right side. And then, because this side is going to be all covered up. So we'll go ahead and put this on our box. And I'm going to go ahead and use multi-purpose glue with this one. I think it's going to hold a little better than the snail on the box, with it being shiny and glittery. And the other thing too, doing it this way, oops, I got a little too much glue there. Let's go ahead and spread that out a little bit. When I go to put it on, I want to make sure, here's the opening of the box. So this is the bottom. So I'll make sure that's on the bottom. And I want that border to be along the top. And I'll just put it across the center of the box. There we go. And if I needed to, I could have moved that around. But once I push it down, it's on there, staying on there good. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing with this one. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on it. You're going to be amazed how quick this goes together. And I'm just going to put this right along the side. So see, I can use that straight edge. And I've got a beautiful floral image on my box. Isn't that gorgeous? You could even stop right there, but I wanted to add a little more. So I'm going to bring in my Cherry Cobbler ink pad because I didn't want this to just be white, the paper anyway. I love that gold stamping, but I want to add a little more red to it. So I'm going to take my sponge and sponge around the edges of the label. Okay. And Marlene, I agree with you. This set is, the whole suite is so pretty. I'm having, I knew I was going to like it, but I like it a whole lot better than I thought I would too, even. I'm having a lot of fun coming up with stuff. All my projects have been really elegant looking, and it's all because of the product. Oh, there we go. I got lost track because I couldn't find my scissors. But I think when you've got product that looks so pretty, you don't have to be real creative to make something look beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and put these on with dimensionals. So I think the colors in it with the gold, it just makes everything you make elegant looking. And you don't have to just stick with Christmas. Hi, Debbie. Glad you're here from Michigan. Oh, thanks for sharing the video too. For those of you that came on late, if you share my video by Thursday, November 7th, you'll be put in a drawing to win the 2 projects I'm making today and the 2 cards that I made earlier this week in my videos. And I'll show those again quick here at the end of the video. So there we go. Isn't that pretty? So you got a quick little treat box, and you could fit so many different things in here. Jewelry, perfect for jewelry box. I'm pretty sure a gift card would fit in there too. I know a lot of people love to get gift cards. I like to be able to gift wrap them in a special way. So this would be another good way to do that. And I love the gold shimmer. It just makes it so special. Love it. So, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes, that looks good, but we want to make it look even better. I'm bringing in those gold glitter enamel dots. Can't believe I almost forgot these. These make it look really pretty. I'm going to grab one of these big ones. Put it up here. This is why I like having the different sizes. Now, I will warn you, I have found out with these little ones, it's actually easier to hold the paper backing, or the plastic backing actually, and then you can fold it a little bit, and that makes it so you can get a hold of these little guys. I used to always do it when it was laying here on my table, but I'm finding out it actually comes off better without falling apart on you. And now I'm going to get one of these middle ones, bend that plastic a little bit so I can get underneath it. Oops, now that one came apart on me. I'm going to show you a quick fix. I learned this when I was doing my video yesterday. The little enamel dot is actually, what it is, I keep using this paper piercer, and I think I keep getting in between the enamel dot and the gold foil. So I'm going to have to do better on that and be a little easier, because I know it's my problem. I shouldn't be poking them off. I'm prying them off. So put a very, very little thing of glue right there. And then you can put that dot right on top. And just hold it down for a few seconds. And that glue dries clear. So you're not going to be able to tell later that you had to do that. There we go. Now it's on there. All good and fixed. So put that up close. You can't even tell that I had to fix it. Okay, I'm going to put a couple more. Actually 3 more. Let's do another small one. I like these little small ones. These are cute. There we go. And put it down here. Another one's a little bigger. Put it about right here. And another medium one. Well, I keep, you know what? I think it's just those medium-sized ones that keep doing it. I haven't had that problem. Tell you what, I don't even think I need the gold foil. I'm just going to put a little bit here. Okay. And put that little guy right on top. That looks fine. There we go. So that I made it even more special, putting those little enamel dots on there. Okay, I think I've got everything, covered everything today. I want to show you real quick again. If you share my video by Thursday, November 7th, you will get all of these cards where'd my other, oh, there's my other card. In the mail and the box. I will probably ship it to you flat, but it'll be all decorated and everything for you. So you'll get these exact ones right here in the mail. So you can use them any way you want. If you just want to use them as samples at your house to show off or to give them away, I'll make sure they're blank. You're not going to have, my name's not going to be on it anywhere. But if you share my video, and make sure that you say shared down in the comments below, because if sometimes Facebook doesn't let me know if you've shared it or not. So make sure you comment below shared, and I'll put your name in the drawing, and I'll announce the winner next Friday in my Facebook Live, and that'll be at 3 in the afternoon next Friday too. So thanks for joining me. It was a lot of fun. Hope you're all staying warm. I know some places it's extra hot. I've got a friend down in Florida. It's up around 90, I think, every day down there. That's the way it was when I was down there last year for Stampin' Up conference. So, or on stage. So hopefully, they're saying they're not used to this, but it's happened 2 years in a row now. But here, we all of a sudden got really cold. Poor trick-or-treaters were out in the snow this year, so we didn't get a lot of snow, but it did snow some. It's a little cold this week, and I hope you're all staying healthy too. My husband's upstairs with a stomach virus of some sort, so hopefully I won't get that this week. But thanks for joining me. I'll see you later. And once again, if you didn't see the beginning of the video, just go ahead and watch it here. It'll be available here in a few minutes. Bye. See you next week.